another court. And guess what it says on September 2nd, 2025? Defendant late to court. And then guess what it says on October 14th with me? Defendant late for court.
Right out of the gate, the judge isn't talking about guilt or innocence, she's talking about tardiness. That might sound minor, but in courtland, being late is like waving a red flag in front of the judge. It screams, I don't take this seriously. And if the very first thing on your record is late, and late again, yeah, you're already climbing uphill. Would you ever risk being late to a hearing where your freedom's on the line? Imagine walking into court late and the first words out of the judge's mouth are, "Why shouldn't I lock you up right now?" That's not small talk, that's a warning shot. Legally, this is the court testing whether there's any reason not to use its power to detain her. Emotionally, this is the oh no moment where your stomach drops and you realize the judge is done playing nice.
Yes. No, we need to take one right now and then come back. I would be allowed to.
Do you want me to do that?
Judge, I believe her. I really do. She's on house arrest. She's not going anywhere. She's not, do I want you to? No. But do I think she'll pass? I do. Honestly, I really do.
All right, we'll do one today.
And just so you know, Jasmine can tell you what I have been telling her about being on time in this court. And trust me, I have dressed her down twice now about being here on time and told her that this will happen, and it's happening. So just the court knows I have emphasized how important it is to get here in this court on time. She does rely on others to get here. So, partly her fault, partly not, but I think that's part of the problem.
All right, let me tell you what part of the problem is with you. One, I can make sure I know where you are and that you'll be on time, maybe because the jail will bring you over. And let me just tell you what's in the system. This case was transferred from another court. And guess what it says on September 2nd, 2025? Defendant late to court. And then guess what it says on October 14th with me? Defendant late for court. Yeah, we got this case transferred. So,
Notice what the defense attorney is doing here. This is classic damage control. She's vouching for her client on the drug test, but also gently admitting there's a pattern of being late. She's trying to say, yes, my client messed up, but she's not a lost cause. Question for you, if you were the judge, would this speech convince you, or does it just sound like excuses wrapped in legal language?
The prosecutor on Jasmine Versino, it's, I think it's criminal trial division.
Yes, sir. I don't think any of us have really looked at the case yet, so it could be any one of us. It just got transferred to our court, so we're not up to speed, I guess, on all of the circumstances surrounding the case.
All right. So, Ms. Ferguson, I need a 30-day reset for discovery. All right, your discovery date will be November 13th. Once you sign the reset form, you are excused, and make sure you're on time next time, all right? Thank you. Just have a seat. Your attorney will bring the reset form to you.
Thank you.
So this whole depending on others, then maybe you can't depend on others. Maybe you need to take the VIA bus.
Yes, ma'am.
State on this case, where are we on discovery? Where are we on offers on this case?
Your Honor, I believe the discovery should have been taken care of when the case got, well, I mean, it existed in another court, so all the discovery should have already been there. I'm not aware of any new discovery that hasn't been turned over.
And I think that's what we're here for. I believe that they have given us the discovery. And
This is where the judge pulls out the receipts. That flashback isn't just storytelling, it's evidence of a pattern. Courts care way less about what you promised today and way more about what you've actually done over time. Late in one court, late in another, warned once, warned twice. At some point it stops looking like bad luck and starts looking like disrespect for the process.
confirming that to the court. I have been dealing with Ms. Galloway on this particular case, who's trying to get up to speed on it. I have not yet. She's going to get me an offer that hasn't happened yet. And I'm, being patient with them, understanding it's a court that just got a case that got dumped into their lap very recently. So that's kind of where we all are right now, Judge.
All right, Ms. Ferguson,
Yes, ma'am.
recall this for December 18th. And I'm telling you right now, if you're not on time, a warrant's going to be issued.
Yes, ma'am.
Unless there is some reason why it shouldn't be.
If there is, I'll let you know, and I'll emphasize again to her the need to be here on time.
All right, and Norma, you can set that for discovery and an offer to be tendered.
My apologies. It won't happen again because if I need to take the bus, I will, and I'll make sure I'll be here on time instead of you getting a ride from anybody else.
Oh, let me just tell you, in taking the bus, there's no shame in it. I used to take the bus as an attorney. I enjoyed it because I was able to leave the driving to someone else.
This is a make or break warning. When a judge says, if you're late, a warrant will be issued, that means next time she doesn't have to debate it, she can sign a bench warrant and have you arrested for simply not showing up on time. No new crime, no new evidence, just failure to appear. Chat, do you think that's fair, or should courts be more flexible when people rely on rides, buses, and babysitters?
And guess what? I picked up a lot of clients on the bus because everybody, Doc, who rode the bus with us, Doc would say, this is Stephanie Boyd, she's an attorney. And people who had DWIs were on the bus. And so
Yes, ma'am.
they would say, give me a card.
Then you get the weirdos too.
Now, I will tell you, I enjoyed taking the bus. I met some great people. And I don't know why sometimes people are ashamed of being on the bus. And I'm like, I don't know why people are ashamed. It was great. I will tell you, I didn't like taking the 92 because that's the Fredericksburg bus. I would take it if I just had time on my hands because it goes throughout the entire city. But if I could catch the 90 or the 92, I was like, yay, because the 90 takes you on the freeway, which is a frightening prospect. But that bus driver, you know what he would do? He would put on his leather gloves with no fingers. And I was like, okay, what's happening here? And we would be zooming, but it was awesome.
Professional.
Driving gloves. There's one thing I forgot.
Mhm.
She is on GPS. Her GPS officer, as I understand from Jasmine, she lives in an apartment complex, and attached to that apartment complex is a park for the residents. Park is not on her portion of the apartments. It's kind of broken up. The GPS officer, to my understanding, is okay if she has young children and a dog. She would like to go there. Does the court wish for me to file a formal
You have
motion?
to talk to the state to see if they have an issue with
They
that.
don't. I spoke to Ms. Gunnels already, and so,
Once you, just give me 1 second.
okay. I have the name and the address of the park.
Just 1 second.
Okay.
Could you hand me that?
In the end, this whole hearing isn't just about being late, it's about responsibility. The judge offered her clear warnings, practical solutions like taking the bus, and even flexibility with GPS so she can still take her kids to the park. But all of that only matters if she actually follows through. So what do you think? Did the court strike the right balance between compassion and consequences here? Drop your take in the comments, and tell me, if you had a court date, what's the one thing you do to make sure you weren't late?
This is, there you are, Kenson.
Oh.
And you all need to sign that. All right, you can step back. Once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
Thank you so much, John.
All right, who's next?
I have, Jorge Cuellar. He's on page 1.